Next up is quadratic functions. Now, these functions appear very constantly in LCAT exam, but LCAT tests you for shortcuts and not for the lengthy solution. First of all, you must know what is a quadratic function. It's something where the highest degree is 2. So yes, this is kind of a general format of a quadratic function. Now, if we equate it with something that said it's 0, then it would be a quadratic equation. Now, the most important thing is the discriminant. Discriminant is sometimes also represented by a triangle, like it's delta, and it just equals to b squared minus 4 times AC. For example, for this quadratic equation, the discriminant of the delta equals to, in order to solve these type of questions, you first need to understand the values of a, b, and c. So a is the constant multiplied with x squared, b is the constant multiplied with x, and the remaining is the c. As in this case, a was equal to 2, b 4, and c negative 3. Hence, the delta is b squared minus 4ac, which is equals to 16 plus 24, which is equal to 40. Now, often LGAT exam asks you to find if the roots are real, imaginary, if they are repeated or they are different. All of this can be achieved just by finding the discriminant. If discriminant is equal to 0, that means you have same roots twice and they are real. If it's greater than 0, two different roots and real. But only if discriminant is less than 0, you have complex roots. Now, for complex roots, there is one thing you must remember. If z is a root, then its conjugate will also be a root. Hence, if you know one of the complex roots, you can easily find the other one. For example, now you don't need to solve for finding the roots by applying the quadratic formula and everything because AutoCAD is testing the shortcut and you have to find the answers quickly. That's why you will simply calculate the discriminant. B square minus 4AC. So, and also you don't need to find the value. The moment you notice that, oh, it is going to be a positive value, that's it. You don't have to solve it further. You can just say real roots. That's it. Real roots, and they are repeated since the answer is non-zero. They are different. There are two unique roots here. That's it. Now let's suppose if it was plus the C. Well, in that case, the answer appears to be a negative value. So it will be something, greater than 60 here because, 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 7. 12 times 5 is 60 to 12 times 84, but you don't have to calculate. The moment you notice that, oh, it's going to be higher than 25, so 7 times 4 is 28. Also, that means we have negative value. So that's where you can just say, oh, we have complex roots. Yes, they are going to be. Now, let's say if they tell you a root, for example, as I told you earlier, for the complex roots, if z is the root, then the complex conjugate of z would also be a root. Hence, if 2 plus 3i is a root, then the conjugate of 2 plus 3i will also be a root. And since it's equals to 2 minus 3i, and 2 minus 3i is the second root.